Pigeons accidentally sent down a blessing, but she got a country house for nothing, and when she got it, she regretted it. It would take a lot of money to redecorate the old house. The faucet was clogged. The warehouse was full of nothing but empty bottles, and a pile of useless old newspapers. The occasional critter drove her crazy, but it was a place like this. That's where Diane's life took a turn for the worse. A few days ago, Highlight Diane had a dark moment in her life. Diane is a writer. She always leaves bad reviews for books she doesn't like. One of the authors who received her bad reviews reveals secrets to her. Diane learns that her husband is cheating on her, but this guy had no shame. He even hired a lawyer to ask for $200,000 in alimony, but Diane couldn't afford it. She didn't realize that her husband was expecting it. The second plan was for her to give up her mother's house, and Diane would get the money. She came to her senses. Not only was she forced to end her marriage, she was forced out of her own house, but Diane had to take her ex-husband up on his offer to move out of the house she'd lived in for over 30 years. She wanted to take her furniture, but she thought about it for a while. The only things she could take were two personal items.
You sure?
Yeah.
Before she left, she picked up a blue vase and poured the water on the floor like this, because it didn't belong to her anymore. Diane moved into a short-term apartment. The landlord told her she'd lost a lot of people like her here. Next door was a lawyer who was always crying. He's been fighting his ex-wife for 3 years. After the landlord left, Diane was like a deflated ball. She just collapsed on the floor. Her spirituality was in tatters.
Home.
Then she was comforted by her friends. They prepared a trip to the Tuscan for her. Maybe she used the time to get back on her feet, to get back to her old job of writing. But for the newly divorced Diane, she wasn't quick to open up to people. But the sound of crying from next door, that made her decide to take a trip to Tuscan. And that's how she ended up in Italy. It's a beautiful place. Diane came to a beautiful town. It was full of life. And in the crowded streets, she found a woman who was different. She was holding a newborn duckling, feeling the warm fluff like a girl. What kind of person would engage in this childish behavior? Diane was intrigued, so she decided to follow her. But just around the corner, she lost the elegant lady. But their story didn't end there. The lady would be the one to save her from a life of despair.